right, good morning. You are tuned into 1100 WSGI. This is Lee Marie with One Street Over, and I am filling in for the legendary U-Turn Laverne, who is on her annual mission trip in Mexico, but she will be back tomorrow. Yay! And happy President's Day to everyone. Today is February 21st. One day actually before George Washington's real birthday, but we are celebrating it today, and so I thought, what better person to have on than Colonel Chris Orndorff. Welcome, Chris.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I know that most of you in Robertson County already know Colonel Orndorff, but for those of you that don't know, he is a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel and Special Agent of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, and he's also written several amazing books, and I could go on forever, but we only have a half hour today because we are having the Robertson County Community Band come in for the second half hour. So I'm going to get right into it. I asked him to come and speak a little bit for President's Day. So welcome, Colonel Orndorff.
Well, thank you. You know, this was originally George Washington's birthday, and then they changed it to honor President Lincoln, and then they wanted to include all presidents. And I'm going to offend some people right now. I'm no stranger to stepping on toes. It is offensive to me to include every president in President's Day, and I'll try to make sense of that for you. We're living in an age of what's referred to as woke culture, and a lot of that involves changing history. But we need to hold on to our history. And David McCulloch, who wrote John Adams, he wrote 1776, and a number of books on the Founding Fathers, on the jacket of John Adams, he had this statement about the American founders. We can't know enough about them. They're aliens to the age in which we live. And George Washington is, foremost among them. And when I was a child in the late 50s, early 60s, George Washington was legendary. Since then, not so much. We seem to have forgotten what kind of man he was. But as Light Horse Harry Lee said at his eulogy, he was first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of his countrymen. And, I don't think anyone could have said it better, but he was just such an incredible person. And he was always seeking self-improvement. Now, I don't know. There are not many people today who seek continuous improvement. But, Washington did. Another thing about Washington is that we talk about Renaissance people. He was, I think, the epitome of a Renaissance person. He, if you'll recall, grew up in an agricultural area. Excuse me. And he became a surveyor, went out and surveyed the Ohio Territory. He joined the militia and was commissioned into the Virginia militia. And was involved in the French and Indian War. In fact, you'll recall, General Braddock came to the colonies from Britain and to take charge of fighting the French and the Indians. And George Washington was a colonial officer, and at that time the British regulars looked down on the colonials like you're only half officers. And but Washington, who was familiar with how the Indians fought, essentially a guerrilla warfare, warned Braddock, okay, these people don't fight like you're used to. Braddock disregarded him, went into battle, And the Indians and the French took out every British officer. I think it was every British officer. In fact, they fired on Washington several times. And though he had bullet holes in his uniform, his flesh was untouched. So, I mean, there's an example of Psalm 91 for you. Okay. And it's pretty well documented. So, he has that military experience, though I really believe his first love was agriculture. And if you've never been to Mount Vernon, go to Mount Vernon, and take in everything they've got, and you'll see that, he was a Renaissance man of the soil as well, but he also loved the military. And so when the colonies decided to declare their independence, Washington traveled to Philadelphia, and he wore his uniform of the Virginia militia. And I'll never get over, David McCulloch quoted this in his biography of John Adams, that Adams wrote home to his wife Abigail just praising the appearance of Washington and say, how I would love to be a military man like General Washington. But he actually went, with the purpose. He wanted to be commander-in-chief. So he was always seeking self-improvement, but he was ambitious, and to a certain extent, I think you could say a little bit show-offy. Okay, in fact, if you go to Mount Vernon, they'll tell you he wanted to impress people. But in his defense, I'll say he had substance to impress them with. Mm-hmm. So he became, as you know, the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. And I've got this book, George Washington's Leadership Lessons by James Reese. And he said that that Washington, he wasn't a powerful speaker. He wasn't a great intellectual or scholar. What he was a leader. Mm-hmm. Above all, a man who people would follow. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he leads. And when I was a faculty member at Air Command Staff College, I remember we studied, different wars in depth. And I remember Washington stood out as he got through the Revolutionary War not based on his military prowess so much, though he had some good ideas. But it was his force of will that held the Continental Army together in times of peril. Okay, in fact, he was self-sacrificing. He and his wife Martha, used their own resources to, in some cases, supply the Continental Army, particularly at Valley Forge. So, again, he was just such a leader and someone that people would look up to. Now, keep in mind that the only way they were going to win the war was to get France involved. And remember, the French were still licking their wounds from, the French and Indian War and, the European side of the war. So they wanted to get France, tell them, this is your chance for vengeance. But they had to win some battles. And so do you know when he did that? Oh, come on. Okay, when they crossed the Delaware.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, and it was Christmas Day, 1776, I think. Could be wrong, but I think it's 1776. They crossed the icy Delaware River and attacked the Hessians at Trenton. So that was their first major victory. Then they moved on from Trenton to Princeton and took that, won a victory there. So they had two back-to-back victories in which they proved we can do this. Following that, you have the Battle of Saratoga, in which was one of the few times that the colonists defeated a fielded British army under General Gates. And in fact, you know who was the real hero of the Battle of Saratoga was, of all people, Benedict Arnold. And but you know he didn't get the credit he thought he deserved. So well, that led to some other things. Mm-hmm. But Washington was so valuable to the cause that the British knew if we can take out Washington, the war is over. It'll all fall apart. And isn't it interesting how one person can be the linchpin for an entire undertaking, mm-hmm. so that you take that person out, you know, mm-hmm. it falls apart. Mm-hmm. And that's what you call the center of gravity. Think of it as the hub of a wheel. I mean, you've got spokes holding the wheel together. Once the hub is gone, everything falls apart. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the center of gravity. And in ancient times, when Alexander fought Darius and the Persians, Alexander knew if I take out Darius, the Persians will fall apart. So he defeated a much larger army by making the king flee the battlefield. But that's just an example of that. But that's how important he was to the cause. And then, of course, following the war, he was, as far as I can recall, unanimously selected to be president of the United States. So again, first in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of his countrymen. And I think in some regards he did it reluctantly, mm-hmm. because he would rather be back on the farm. Mm. He loved to experiment with different crops, with making whiskey, all sorts of things, new ways of doing things. He was interested in these things. And I think that was his first love. But he felt a commitment to his country. And, he was the one who started, when you're sworn into office, saying, "So help me God." Mm. Because he knew, and a lot of people want to say that the founders were deists. Some of them were. But Washington was really a man of faith in Jesus Christ. And he knew to fulfill, any office he was in, he needed divine help. But religion was not something he was going to flaunt. But he did show it in his life. He, in fact, in this book, there's an entire section in it on his rules of civility. One that has always stood out to me is if you're sitting down eating and someone comes up to you to speak with you, you stand up. That was one of the rules. Mm-hmm. But there were a number of them. And, it's just an example of how he was seeking continuous improvement in his life. Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is a good time right now to take a little break because we do have to hear from our sponsors. And I think you're going to recognize this voice when it comes on.
Reiselman Buick GMC, your one stop for everything you need, from pre-owned, from new to service on your vehicle. They are your one stop. They're at 2516 Memorial Boulevard. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 7:30 p.m., Saturday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So if it's new you're wanting, and you drive through the lot, maybe you didn't quite see the color you want in that vehicle you got to have, guess what? You can order it so easy. You can walk in, the sales department there will help you order the vehicle of your dreams, and when it comes in on the truck, it's yours. Or you can go to the website, ReiselmanBuickGMC.com. First thing that pops up, order my new vehicle. It is so easy, effortless to order your vehicle. You can even do the leasing and financing paperwork online, or you can, again, go in and talk to one of the great sales staff, and they'll walk you through the process. It's so simple. And then when you're finished, they've got a great service department to back you up every single mile that you drive, and they're open every day that the dealership is open. Their hours vary from the dealership, but they're there at some point every single day. They've got pre-owned as well. I'm a pre-owned girl. Everybody knows I love my Yukons. Put 400,000 miles on one of those things. They're great vehicles, and if it's pre-owned that you're looking for, they can help you out there as well. You can see their selections just by driving by the lot, or see them online at RicemanBuickGMC.com, or check out their Facebook page as well. Very simple to look at inventory online. And again, give them a call if you have questions. 615-384-3559, 615-384-3559, and always tell them U-Turn sent ya.
All right. Good to hear Laverne's voice. And we will be hearing her voice again tomorrow. She is on a mission trip in Mexico. And this is Lee Marie. I have been filling in for her on One Street Over. But you can also catch me. I do have a show on Wednesdays now at 8 a.m. It's called The Go Show. So you can tune in any Wednesday for that. But we are in studio now with Colonel Chris Orndorff, hearing about one of our heroes, President George Washington, whose birthday is actually tomorrow, but we are celebrating it today, along with President Lincoln and, some others. But mainly we wanted to talk about George Washington today, and I knew that Chris had a lot of great information, so I'm so glad that you could join us. So you were talking about his morals, and let's get back to that.
Yeah, he was, I believe he wanted to be aristocratic. Okay, he wasn't. He wasn't born into any nobility, but he wanted to at least behave as an aristocrat. So he was very, very reserved and very formal in all his dealings. So there's a story I like to quote, and I've read it in several places. Washington was only close with a very few people. One of them was Alexander Hamilton, okay, of course his wife Martha and her two children, who he considered to be his own. And then the Lafayette. I read, I believe it was in Chernov's biography of Hamilton that, Washington was talking about Lafayette one time, and he broke down in tears because he considered him a son.
Wow.
In fact, I remember visiting Mount Vernon, and they showed us this. It's looks like a closet, but that's the room that Lafayette would stay in when he was visiting. But Hamilton was close to Washington as well, and he was his aide de camp. So he knew him quite well, and again, Washington, he was stern, he was formal, but if he had a relationship with someone, everything I've read indicates he wanted to maintain that relationship, and he had a disagreement with Hamilton one time, and so Hamilton says, well, if that's the way you want it, somebody else can have this job. So he storms out, and I guess Washington went and said, no, look, let's just calm down. But, try to soothe things out. But, of course, Hamilton knew him as few people did. So there was a delegate from New York named, no kidding, Gouverneur Morris, okay? And I think it's Flemish or something for governor, but he was actually named Gouverneur. And he was a good man, and he was a fan of Washington's. And Hamilton bet him, says, I'll buy you lunch if you'll go slap the general on the back and say, good to see you this morning, General Washington. Well, he did it. Oh. And Washington, he was standing ramrod straight, taller than anybody else, just stood there and stared him down. And and then Morris just kind of evaporated into the crowd, and he was later quoted as saying, "That's one bet I wish I'd never won." But it's just one of my favorite Washington stories. But if you would really, as they say, mind your P's and Q's while around the general. And something else I want to point out about Washington is that on his death, he freed his slaves. He knew it was wrong. In fact, if you read a an honest version, history of our founding, everyone I've read indicates the founders knew it was wrong, and they tried to figure out a way to get rid of it. Okay. But Washington realized this is not the way to go, and so he, upon his death, freed his slaves. But I was disappointed at Mount Vernon. They'll say, well, he couldn't free his wife's slaves. Like, they tried to make it seem like it was his fault. But you had two households, Washington's, and then you had the Custis household. So there was a large retinue that came in with the Custis household. And so at that time, anyway, they were not freed. But he realized it was wrong, and that was his gesture to acknowledge that. I'm trying to think of another good story about Washington. When I came in here, I had a bunch of them. So, Lee Marie, ask me something, and it'll come to mind.
I was listening to something last night, and it was talking about just how courageous he was, and how he would just march forward, and like you said, I mean, the bullets were going through his clothing, but not through him, and he just seemed to be just have this feeling of
invincibility.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably had a feeling of divine protection. There have been other military leaders in world history who had that same sense of invincibility.
Mm-hmm.
MacArthur said, "There's not a bullet made with my name on it." And he was the same way. But Washington knew, and I really believe he was very familiar with Psalm 91.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew, unless it's got my name on it, it's not coming near me. So he was, I think he realized he was divinely protected. And that goes back to something else. Washington did not expect to live long. The men in his family were known to have died in their 40s, I believe. And so Washington believed that he was probably going to pass on sometime in his 40s, maybe early 50s. But he actually lived to 68. And I think he was surprised that he lived as long as he did. Because, again, his brother and his father died at fairly early ages.
One of my favorite pictures, and I know you've put that on some of the flyers of him kneeling, praying by his horse.
At Valley Forge. And, that's symbolic that he was a man of prayer, that he was, he realized that he needed divine help. Mm-hmm. And there's a book out, I've read it, called George Washington's Sacred Fire. And the book details how he was a man of faith and how he would refer to God as providence. And keep in mind, they use pretty much a different language than we use today. If we were to meet up with them, either on our timeline or theirs, there would be a lot of misunderstanding because they wouldn't understand the jargon.
Mm-hmm. And they, of course, study the ancients, so much.
Oh yeah, they were well versed in Cicero, Marcus Aurelius, all the Horace. The Iliad and the Odyssey, Homer. Mm-hmm. So that's what they grew up on. To include the writers of that time, like Edmund Burke and a lot. Don't forget the ministers as well. The ministers were very influential at that time, and who were also steeped in the classics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that's one thing that, is controversial right now. Some people saying, pastors shouldn't be involved in politics. But that's not how it was in our founding.
No, the pastors were very influential. And it comes down to shepherding. What can I do for my people that's beneficial to them, that's going to help them both spiritually and in their present life? And they realized, particularly Muhlenberg was his name, that we're going to have to fight for our freedom.
Awesome. And for those of you that don't know, Chris also has a Zoom Bible study. And in your life here, too, you're also a historian for Grace Baptist. Is that your
Yes, Grace Baptist
your official
Church.
title?
I guess. I'm the guy who's writing it up, so I guess that's it.
So can you tell them what time Grace Baptist meets?
Well, I'm in the senior adult Sunday school class. This seems strange because I feel young, and we meet at 8 in the morning, so you have to be dedicated. And it's a wonderful fellowship led by Mike and Mary Carty. And then our church service begins at 9, and it's usually over by 10:30. But it's kind of service you don't look forward to it ending. So,
All right.
and then there's a number of Sunday school classes that begin at 10:30. But we get ours done early, and then we have the Zoom class at 6.
All right. And for those of you that don't know, Grace is located over on Tom Austin Highway.
Right off Tom Austin Highway on Walling Road.
Walling Road, great. And Chris also has a Zoom Bible study Sunday nights at 6 p.m. If you're interested in that, you can email me at retroleemarie@gmail.com. That's been an amazing blessing to the community. So we really appreciate all that you've been doing out there, staking out the county too with, we had Steve Hemphill here not too long ago, and we all got to hear about the stakes with the Bible verses on it. And Chris has been very instrumental in getting our county staked. Matter of fact, I think that's why some of the tornadoes and some of those, natural disasters seem to have been just missing Robertson County. And I have a feeling that has a lot to do with it.
Well, now we need to stake out the entire state.
All right. It is time now. It is the end of our segment. So I really appreciate you coming in and
pleasure.
sharing your thoughts on President George Washington with us. And we look forward to having you back again soon, hopefully. Okay. And now we're going to hear from another one of our sponsors as we bring in our second half guests. They are going to be from the Robertson County Community Band. And again, here is Miss Laverne.
It is time to go and talk to Miss Amy at Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Store. When's the last time you went and just visited and talked to her about maybe something you're dreaming for your yard or a vegetable garden that you haven't ever gotten around to planting? Maybe this is the year for you, that you want to have something beautiful in your yard, something delicious in your garden. Now's the time to get that planting done and to make sure it happens. Go and talk to them right now before it gets too busy. Their hours are a little different at the moment because it's a little bit colder out. Until spring has sprung, they're not open on Sunday just yet, but they are open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 4. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 4. Go out and talk to them about everything going on in your yard, in your garden, and don't forget to check out the CBD products while you're there. Robertson County CBD is what you're going to find at Corbin Creek. I have been stunned at the difference it has made with my arthritic pain. It's great for bug bites too. I mean, amazing things that you can do with CBD products that are grown from plants or processed from plants grown right here in Robertson County. Go and talk to them today, Monday through Saturday. They're open from 9 to 4. You can call them at 615-384-3185, 615-384-3185, 4920 Highway 161 is where they're located. And when you get by there, always please tell them that U-Turn sent you.
Okay, we are back in the studio with our second half guests, and I'm so excited to have Ken and Janet Ozimeks. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Excellent. They are from the Robertson County Community Band, and I know that not everybody in this county knows about you guys, and so that's why I just really wanted to have you in. We're going to have to move a little bit. See the camera here? We want to get both of you in that.
I need to move over here?
So, if you guys move back a little bit and then have the microphone real close to you, you can angle it up.
Yes.
There you go. Awesome. And if you want to come back that way. Okay. Excellent.
Okay.
It's opposite of what you think.
Yeah, it is.
Everything's backwards.
It's too early to think opposite, too.
So I'm so glad that you guys could join us today. And I heard last night was the symphony, right? And the Praise Symphony
Yes,
in
had
Nashville.
a wonderful concert at Downtown Baptist Church. Beautiful concert, yes.
Now, before we get into the community band, let's just talk a little bit about that, if that's okay, since that just happened last night. How often do they do that?
We're going to have anywhere from about 6 to 8 concerts per year. It's a fantastic group, all professional musicians, all Christians, all volunteer. And I just love the group because you go in there and there's not a hint of ego anywhere. It's just everybody loves being there, loves lifting up the name of the Lord and worshiping Him and raising a lot of money for good charities.
Oh, wow.
We start every year off that I've been there with the concert at the Rescue Mission, and have made many thousands of dollars to help people. And I just love that ministry because it's got a wonderful plan for how to solve the homeless problem. And so, anytime I play there, we don't get paid a penny for it, but I just feel like I've fulfilled the purpose that God put me on this world to do.
That's awesome. And I heard there's like 150 musicians or something. Is that?
Last night we did. We had actually the men's Baptist choir and women's Baptist choir, and we did some fantastic pieces. Brahms' Requiem, and Camp Kirkland is another man he's like a hero in my life. He dedicated his life to a resurgence of instrumental orchestral music for the church. Back he was at a church in Jacksonville, and I had an idea that we should have beautiful orchestrations. It's so common now. You go to churches, and almost most large churches have an orchestra, but that wasn't always a thing. And he started writing, and he's become kind of internationally known now, and he travels all over the world doing ministries.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's great to be associated with a group like him, and especially Camp. He's one of my heroes.
Oh, well, I did want to go last night, but my husband said, you know what, because Judge Joel Perry is doing a breakfast over at Granny's this morning. As a matter of fact, it's right now because it's 7 to 9, and he was going at 6. So he said, I have to get up at 5. I cannot go to Nashville with you. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to go alone. So I'll have to go next time. Do you know when the next one is?
I think, what was it, honey? May?
March 27th.
March?
March
But I think it's
27th.
in Mount Juliet. The symphony plays all over Murfreesboro, Mount Juliet, Hendersonville, Gallatin, Nashville. So they perform for various charities, like Ken said, and so they have to go where the charities are. So yeah,
We do like a crisis pregnancy center,
Yes.
drug rehabilitation programs. It does fantastic work.
So then what they do is they don't charge admission, but they have like a donation
a love
option.
Yeah.
offering
Oh,
for the
okay.
charity, for the benefit.
Okay,
yes.
so
And
if we
that's-
wanted to have something here, we could maybe swing that.
Yeah.
You know, we've talked about getting them here in Springfield, like to support Open Door Pregnancy
Yes, yes,
Center or just any number of
I'd love to
causes.
help out with that if
Yeah.
there's any. Okay.
I'll tell you how you go about doing that. You
Okay.
would Mike Mann is the man who's responsible. His last name is spelled Mann, and he's responsible for getting the various ministries lined up for our efforts. And what would be required is the church or charity would have to do a lot of the footwork of promoting it and such. But it would be a great thing to be involved with. Yes.
Well, that's great, and I wouldn't have to drive to Nashville.
That's right. That's right. Or Mount Juliet or Murfreesboro. Yeah.
I've gotten lazy about that. When I first got to town, I was, but now it's like everything pretty much is within 6 miles of my house. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have to admit, Nashville's changed so much. Just parking your car is an ordeal, or avoiding the potholes.
That is-
And the traffic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Matter of fact, Judge Joel Perry made some shirts up that say, "Don't Nashville my Robertson County."
That's right. That's right.
I'm like, amen, brother.
That's right. That's right.
We better be careful. I used to live out in Oregon way back in the 1970s, and they used to have a thing is if you're from California, stay where you are. Don't ruin a good thing we've got here.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's nice being able to see a few trees and beautiful rural areas here.
Right. And there's a reason why some of us escaped California and we came here so that we would not be like California.
That's right.
So I'm-
Amen to that.
Yes, I love Tennessee. I love so much about it. Just, I don't want people coming in with their influences because,
That's right.
you guys have such a gem here.
Yes, we do.
I mean, I think it's really heaven on earth. I really think it's the best state. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that. Never
And,
mind.
I grew up in New York, and the last place I thought I would end up is Nashville, Tennessee. I was one of my colleagues and students at Indiana University, where I got my degree from, and she said, "You really ought to come to Nashville. It's a great place." And I thought, no, thank you, country music. And then I came here, and I just started to love it. I can't imagine living anywhere else now. A little slice of heaven here in Tennessee.
So now I'm
Amen.
trying to teach him how to talk.
I've done all kinds of Southern. I'm learning a foreign language. Higher than a cat's back, yee-haw, till the cows come home. If I go back to New York, they won't recognize
Oh my
me.
gosh. I have never heard higher than a cat's back. That's hilarious.
That's the price of gas now.
Oh, that's great. Oh my gosh. I know already I want to have y'all back.
We have many a story we could tell.
You guys are super fun. And I know that one really cool story that I heard about where you guys met was because of music.
Right.
And since this is still technically February, the month of love, I think that's a great story. Can we go into that?
I'll let my better half here tell the story.
Okay.
Well, it's a long story, and I will try to condense it. Yes, 15 years ago. Well, the Robertson County Community Band was formed in 2005, and so I I started at the very beginning. But as things progressed, the music was getting more and more difficult. And so one night I went home. I told my husband, I said, "The band and I are going to part ways." He said, "Why is that?" I said, "I can't keep up with the music. It's too difficult." He said, "We will find you lessons." So that's where I met Ken. He was my clarinet teacher 15 years ago.
Wow.
In 2006. And anyway, fast forward, my husband passed away in 16, and then 2.5 years later, Ken asked me out, and next thing you know,
Oh, my gosh.
we're married. So yes, we dated. Well, I guess it was 1.5 years after my husband passed away. He asked me out, and we dated for 2.5 years, and now we've been married for 14 months.
Wow.
And this is my husband's first marriage, and he'll say his last.
My first and last.
Very
Because
good.
he
Very
loves being married. So yes, the band, the music, and Robertson County Community Band brought us together.
Oh, very
Yes,
nice.
Very much.
So now, do you both play in the band, or you play and you manage?
No, I play.
You play.
I play clarinet, and I do. I am the band manager, but don't be impressed with that. But but my husband comes in and helps us when he can.
Oh,
and everything,
okay.
when his schedule allows. and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, I
But
still
we're-
do a lot of playing in the Nashville area. I do other things playing
And he
with various.
teaches.
Yeah, teaching a lot of students.
Oh.
This is going to be my 48th year of teaching. I'm
No
going-
way.
Yeah, it's amazing. People look at me and go, "How old are you, young man?"
Yeah, you started when you were 2.
Well, yeah. I'm going to be 67 in June.
Oh my gosh.
I know. People look at me and say, "How do you do that?"
Wow.
You still look young, but I've enjoyed that, and that's been a real special thing. You know, I think it's incumbent upon people that are given a talent by the Lord to share it with other people. It's a tradition that you have to pass on to the next generation. So I've had over 5,000 students in my career.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
Good way
very
to spend
cool.
my life. I never get up in a day and say, "Was it worth it?" It was worth it.
So then, how long have you been playing? Like, when did you start?
Back in 1961 when I was 6 years old. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then, who was the influence there? Was it?
You know, it was a very interesting thing. It was such a different country back then. And one day my dad said, "Hey, son, you get a chance to play an instrument. What would you like to play?" And so on the Lawrence Welk show came Pete Fountain, the great jazz clarinetist from New Orleans. And I'm looking at it. It's kind of funny, actually, because I really wanted to play the trumpet. And I do play the trumpet now. But it was gold-colored. I thought, Dad could never afford a gold instrument. But then I heard him play clarinet. I thought, that's pretty cool. I'd like to play one of those. And the rest is history.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then, when did you join the Robertson County Community Band?
Well, I think it was with Honey back around 2011. I played a little bit with them, and then just kind of on and off when they need me.
Yes,
Okay.
in 2011, he was featured as our soloist. He played the predominant piece, and then the band backed him up. And that was in October of 2011. And the reason I can remember that is just a month later, my mother was diagnosed with cancer. And that's when I stopped taking clarinet lessons because I knew I could not take care of my mother and take clarinet lessons. So, yeah, so that's when Ken first played with our band. He was our featured soloist. And then after we started dating, then he would pop in every now and then and again help us out. Sometimes he plays saxophone, sometimes clarinet, sometimes bass clarinet. Whatever we need, Ken can provide.
Nice.
And we appreciate that. Yeah.
Awesome. So, where do you play? Do you have any upcoming dates that are scheduled?
Yes, right now we've got a concert at the Springfield Senior Center on April the 12th, and that's where we're predominantly playing. It's just at senior centers, and then like a couple years ago we played at on Veterans Day.
Yes, that's where I saw you first.
Yes,
At
just
the-
out at the Memorial Garden Cemetery.
Yes, at the Orange Heart Medal
ye-
Foundation.
Yes, yes.
And I'd like to put a little shout out, honey, for, when you see students after they leave high school, many times the clarinet just gathers dust or is put in the closet.
their instrument.
But come on, play. It's a lot of fun. It's why not continue and enjoy playing, making music with others, and it's just a lot of fun to be together.
That was
with other
my
people.
next question: is how do people get involved with you guys? Like, is there an audition? And
No, we don't audition anybody. We're not big enough to do that and everything. We're glad to have anybody that wants to come play with us with any instrument. Right now we've got 6 trumpets, so we really don't need trumpets, but any other instrument we could use. But if somebody has a trumpet and they want to join us, hey, there's room for everybody. But
what
but
seems
yes,
to be the ones that you really need the most?
well, percussionist. We have a fellow that comes in and plays with us if his time allows and everything. But we'd like to have one at every single practice. We need saxophones, French horn. We'd gladly take more flutes and more clarinets. Really, anything. I mean, we're small. Right now, we've got about 17 members, so we're small. Over the years, we've grown, and then we'd lose people to either they go off to college or ladies would go to have babies and stuff like that. Life happens, and so we've kind of fluctuated over the years. But yes, in 2005, when Chris Reeves first organized the band, that was his thing. He says, if you've got an instrument in the closet, get it out, dust it off, and come join our band. And so he started the community band in 2005, and then he left us in 2017. He's a Church of Christ pastor and had to move to Clarksville. So now Dr. Wade Smith is our director, and he plays trombone and everything. But yeah, that's if you want to join the band, you can call me at 615-973-5771.
one more time.
615-973-5771.
And now, if there's some people who are maybe, they don't feel, quite very confident yet, do you have people that ever come and kind of like just hang out in the back and just kind of ease their way in, like if they're not feeling like they can just,
Yes, absolutely. They can come and just listen, or even if they want to come and sit down with us and play and see if this will be a good fit, that will be wonderful. And we have had people to do that. They came and they thought, this just isn't for me. I'm not ready for this, or their schedule doesn't permit or something like that. So yeah, just because you come doesn't mean we've got you locked in.
And don't be intimidated. It's all about having fun.
No.
But here's an interesting thought about it. 7 years ago, I had a stroke. It was a mini stroke, and I have fully recovered from it. But I was deep in prayer, asking God, is this it? Is this the end of my career? And I got a strong message from the Lord that said, no, I want you to spend the rest of your life creating beautiful things. I thought about that, and I thought all the ways I've been able to do that with the children I've worked with and my students and making music. And, there's something very integral about the human experience of being able to create. I mean, look at it. Some guys will take a junky old rusty car and restore it. Why does that appeal to them? Because they made a beautiful thing. Whether it's a woman decorating her house or a guy working on his woodwork or whatever. There's a very fulfilling aspect of saying I was part of something that really spoke to someone's heart. So
Awesome.
Join in. Yeah.
All right, that's a good segue. We do need to hear from one of our sponsors. So, and you will recognize this voice. This is U-Turn Laverne, who I am filling in for right now.
Rebecca Richards have an invitation for you. They want you to join them at Exit Realty, the Garden Gate team. If it's something you've been thinking about doing, if you're thinking about going into real estate, now's a great time for it. It is a perfect time to check out the real estate industry, and they're a great team to train you. Great benefits. If this is something that's interesting you, they say now is a really good time to reach out to them and just see what it's all about. You can connect with them at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com. And if you are buying or selling, you can't ask for a greater team. They've got a marketer in Barry. They've got somebody that's staying up to date on everything with Rebecca. She's been at this a long time and was one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist. Barry's the marketer. If your property's out there and it's for sale, they're going to make sure that people see it and that they know it's there. You're going to get the top dollar because he knows how to present your property. He's a Zillow certified photographer, licensed and insured drone pilot, does the 360-degree virtual reality home tour that everybody wants, and he'll get you up on realtor.com. Talk to them today. See their listings at BuyRobertsonCounty.com. They buy and sell specialty in Robertson County, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line up in Kentucky. And you can connect with them at sellwithbecky.com or BuyRobertsonCounty.com. And when you connect with them, always tell them U-Turn sent you. Do you stop for the school bus? Most would say absolutely. But did you know that if you encounter a bus on a multi-lane highway with 5 or 6 lanes and there's no barrier or grassy median, then both directions of traffic are required to stop? That means Highway 41, locally known as Memorial Boulevard, and Highway 431, better known as Tom Austin Highway, require traffic in both directions to stop when a bus is loading and unloading passengers. When you see a bus or a school zone, slow down. Pay attention. If the lights are flashing, watch for direction from the bus drivers and crossing guards. Our most precious treasures are on those buses. Let's keep them safe. This has been a public service message from the Transportation Department of Robertson County Schools.
All right. That was U-Turn Laverne. And like you said, you used to listen to her on the radio, right? Back in, she did traffic in Nashville for quite a long time. So hopefully we will have you guys back when she is here, because I'm just fascinated with your band. And I did want to find out, where and when do you have rehearsals?
Okay, right now we're rehearsing at the Springfield High School band room. Every other Tuesday night at 6:30. We practice from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. Now, in the spring, we're planning on going back to Wade's house and everything. He has built just a wonderful room for band rehearsals, and that's in Greenbrier on Main Street. But right now, we're at the high school.
Okay. So people, do they need to call ahead, or should they just show up, or how does that work if they want to start to get involved with y'all?
They can call and everything, but yeah, they can just show up too. The band room's in the back of the high school. But, well, they probably need to call because, like I said, we practice every other Tuesday night, and they won't know which Tuesday night we're going to be there, which we will be there tomorrow night, February the...
22nd it would be.
22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, I would love to see more people get involved because, like you said, I'm sure there's a lot of people with their instruments in their closets that's collecting dust.
Yes.
Because there's so much talent in this county.
Oh, yes.
And there's so many people that took lessons and, maybe they're retired and they're just, they don't have a band to hang out with anymore. I would love to see them all become part of your band family.
Oh, yes.
That'd be great.
And we've had, Dr. Smith's dad just passed away, and he was 91 years old, and he was a member of our band up to when he passed away. He used to play clarinet, and then he ended up playing in our percussion section, just the more easier instruments for him. But we take any ages. We've had high school kids, and of course we wouldn't want somebody that's just learning, but someone's a junior or senior in high school, more than welcome. And any age we'll take.
Was 91 the oldest member?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And your youngest member was?
Ian was probably 14.
Okay.
And he was one of Ken's students. And in fact, that's how Ian found out about our band. And he lived in Goodlettsville. And his parents wanted him to be able to play with adults and everything to get that experience. And he was a wonderful asset to our band. But then
he ended up being a music major. Yeah, he went in and majored in music.
Oh, wow.
I'm so
you must be so proud.
Yeah. 4 of my students ended up getting doctorate degrees and are now professors.
Wow.
So can't complain about that.
That is awesome. Now, do you teach private lessons here in Robertson County, or?
Well, I'm entertaining that possibility. I haven't really worked in this area. I'm working at Music and Arts over at Schuff's Music in Franklin, another music store, the Music Stop in Murfreesboro, and then I have my own private teaching studio in Hendersonville. So, it's a lot of travel, but I enjoy it, yeah.
I know Springfield Guitar has those little rooms that they do a lot of private lessons in.
Yeah. I've been thinking about approaching them about doing something there, so it'd be for the local community, too.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so I know that today is President's Day, and you're looking at our books here of some of our President's Day's book. You read that one right there?
Yeah, there's a very interesting book here that I'd highly recommend to people by David McCullough, who's just the most excellent historian. It's called 1776, and I'll tell you the overarching thing that you'll take from reading this book is the incredible sacrifices and vision of our founding fathers, what they went through to form this country. Janet and I were talking about it before, about the horrible things we see happening now and the lack of appreciation or knowledge of history of just what these men went through. There was a story, I believe it was Nathaniel Greene, who was one of General Washington's generals, and he went all the way 300 miles to New York to haul a 2,000-pound cannon back to Boston to defend. And just imagine taking it on sleds. It's not like you had a helicopter to pick something up back then. And the horrible conditions they lived under, the great sacrifices they made. And, I just think right now, if Washington were here and you saw what was going on in our country, you'd say, what have you done? What are you doing with this great gift we gave future generations?
Yes.
It's interesting to read Washington's last inaugural address also, where he talks about what we need to do to keep this country. So, we're very much concerned about the direction of where we're headed, and I think people are waking up, though. They're saying that we need to keep this precious gift that we've been given.
Right. Well, I know when you talked about the sacrifices that they've made, one of my favorite classes, I went to the Claremont colleges, and I had the honor of taking just a class completely on the Federalist Papers with Charles Kessler. Wow. And he would read them and we would cry. Because you would just read about, them pledging their sacred honor and just everything that meant to them and everything that they went through. And you're right, people have, no idea.
Yeah, the signers of the Declaration of Independence, virtually every one of them were totally ruined, lost their fortunes, their lives, their property, and also they could create this different way of doing government, and we don't want to lose that.
That's right, amen. Awesome. All right, so what else do you want to tell our listeners about the Robertson County Community Band? Because I think we only have about 5 minutes left.
Time went quick.
Actually, we got 7 minutes left.
Okay. Well, like I said earlier, we welcome anyone that has ever played an instrument. Even if you don't think you're that talented, you may find out that you know more and you remember more than you thought you did. So just come on, give us a try. And anyone out there that would like for us to play,
that was my next question.
Just give me a call. Again, 615-973-5771. In times past, we have played like at the Southern Women's Show in Nashville. One year, 2 years, we played out at the Opryland Hotel at Christmas time. That was really exciting. So we've played at other places. We don't have to stay right here in Robertson County. But we would like to build our band up a little bit, so we'd love to have people to join us.
What about for swing dances? Have you ever played for swing dancers?
How funny you should say that.
Oh
No, our band has it, but my husband has.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me hear the history here.
Well, that's where I kind of grew up listening to that. When I was 10 years old, my dad bought me a old swing album from the Woody Herman Band. I played that thing so many times I wore the grooves out of the record.
Oh my goodness!
And so I've loved that music. And just what was it, last week, honey? We went up to Huntsville, and they had a swing club there with swing dancing. Oh, they were just so talented the way these kids can dance. And they said we hadn't been able to dance for 2 years because of COVID. So we were doing all that old the swing dance music.
East Coast and Lindy Hop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, great. I have something to tell you because you don't know this, but in my past life, I was a swing dance teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And it was in LA. So I officially one time counted, and I had over 10,000 students that I have taught because I taught for over 20 years, and we did, movies and music videos and musicals and of gazillion parties, and all the special events for the cities and the counties and I couldn't, at one point I was listing them and I just, it's beyond me. Like I can't, but I was blessed with that. And I made so many great friends. And so here we are doing some little dances here and there. Matter of fact, we have a 50s sock hop coming up the first Sunday of March, 2 p.m. at Murph's Country Music Barn in Cedar Hill. So I might as well tell you guys all about that. It's 3336 Winters Road. It's $10 to get in. That includes the dance lesson, free raffle, and more. So for more information, you can email me at retrolimarie@gmail.com. But anyways, that's a 1950s one that we're doing. But of course, I've done a lot of 1940s. I still brought all my costuming with me. So we have the USO costumes and, like the Zoot suit, the 20s Charleston costumes. I have a ton of all of that. So just waiting for the Lord to open, if he wants to open that door, to partner with somebody with that. But I just thought, hey, it'd be fun to have a live. It's always more fun to dance to live music.
There is a
Oh,
swing band here in the local area. It's called Radio Days. There's a guy named Wayne Sawyers
Okay.
that runs that organization, and they do exactly that. We've had as many as the full 22-piece big band. Occasionally he scales it down a little bit. A lot of the economics of running big bands just don't exist like they did back in that day.
Right.
But
yeah.
honey, I have to say this. Last week when you all played in Huntsville, Alabama, it was you and a keyboard player and a percussionist, and they were wonderful. And the kids absolutely loved the band, and they're all local guys. So
Yeah, I'm a singer and a multi-instrumentalist, so it's just like you got 4 or 5 people up there. So
it was a blast.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So do you ever see yourself giving swing dance lessons here in the county?
Oh, I've done that a little bit. Like I have some private clients right now that I do every week.
Wow.
We need to
So-
get with her, hon.
It
looked like there's
talked
some-
about doing that. So this could be fun.
My husband is a guitarist, so he's been in some swing bands. That we had to. What happened is we needed some. How much time do we got? 5 minutes. We had so many swing dancers. We didn't have enough bands. That we could afford, and so we decided to make some of our couple bands within our group. And so we did. We had like a 1940s, traditional swing stuff, and then we also had like a more of a 1950s, Johnny Cash, type of thing. But everything, all the songs that we gave them were all danceable.
Yeah.
Because sometimes musicians, they'll say, oh, here's a great song, for you, sing, and it's like super fast, and not every swing dancer can dance to that.
Oh, yeah.
Although
Right.
some musicians think that would be like the number one number one song.
Right.
One thing you learn when you do that kind of repertoire is the tempo is very important.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to lock in so it's a good danceable kind of tempo.
That's right. I mean, Strings of Pearl or something, too slow doesn't work, and then too fast,
Yeah.
you're dying out there. But all that stuff in the middle,
Yeah.
One thing I noticed last week in Huntsville, the band would play a couple of fast songs and then they'd play the slow. And it seemed like the kids enjoyed that because it gave them time to kind of catch their breath. But yet they were out there slow dancing.
Yes.
So the band did a really good job of knowing what to play and when. And the kids
I have a
loved
feeling this is the start of something beautiful
it. I
here.
do too. I'm excited. Yeah.
You know, one thing exciting about Nashville too is you like never know who you're going to run into or where. It's just we did the concert last night. They had a guy Mario Da Silva playing guitar, fabulous classical player and jazz player, and it's just it was nice to make the connection. Seems like every place you go, there's a musician. One of my most eye-opening stories were one time when I was quite young. I had just arrived in Nashville a few years before. I played Opryland for 17 years doing shows out there. So I'm in a laundromat doing my laundry, and a guy who's delivering Coca-Cola, he sees me practicing my guitar, and he comes to, hey, man, would you mind if I played the song on your guitar? I said, oh, knock yourself out. This guy's probably so bored delivering. It was like Chet Atkins that just entered
my
the room. He
gosh.
was so good.
Wow.
I thought, yeah, that's Nashville for you. You
Oh,
never
that's
know.
so cool. Yeah, it's funny when I first got to town because I remember we were in a McDonald's and there was a stage and a guy playing live music, and I'm like, in McDonald's, really?
Yeah.
Where was that? What location?
It was just right across, I think, from Opryland.
Oh, yeah.
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 And I was like, I just couldn't believe that.
Well, sometimes when Ken's buying a set of tires or doing something at Discount Tires over in Rivergate, he's playing his guitar and everybody loves it. So
I start getting requests.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, I love both of you guys already, I tell you. And that's so funny because I did not tell them at all about, as you could tell, they were quite surprised that I taught swing. But
oh man, yeah. We was just with some friends last night, and they said we need to take swing dance lessons. So here you
oh
are.
goodness,
This
goodness.
will be fun.
All right, so it is already 8:00. That time certainly flew by. So we're definitely going to have you back, definitely. So thank you so much. This has been Ken and Janet Ozimeks from the Robertson County Community Band. And so we would love to see that band just grow in size, maybe
Yes.
even turn into 3 or 4 bands, right?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Different
We
special-
would love that. Yeah.
Because I know I've got some dancers that would love to dance to some live music. So, A match made in heaven.
Yes.
So we have been here at One Street Over, and my name is Lee Marie. I've been filling in for U-Turn Laverne. She will be back tomorrow. And if you missed the show or part of the show, you can always go to the WSGI Facebook page or the app, the website, and download the app and watch the video. And then go ahead and share it, and share this one about the community band, because we definitely want to grow that. That is something that's so exciting, and we could have a whole nother show on how good music is for you, especially for kids, and just for for everything, and for our attitude, for our health, physical, mental, everything. So we would love to see more musicians in that. So thanks for joining us. I will see you all on Wednesday, because I do have a Go show on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. So I will see you then. Thank you for joining us on One Street Over.
Banks and federal government offices.
One street over there. That road could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away.